Go for it.
We are now joined on the 10-Minute Drill podcast by a special guest in Riley Tirotta, an infielder for Dayton University. Riley, how are you on this fine evening?
Good, man. How you guys doing?
We're
Appreciate you having me on here.
doing well. Dude,
Yeah.
thank you for coming on. First question off the bat, self-quarantine, number one snack you need it.
Oh, man. Put me on the spot. I'm a big Doritos type of guy.
Oh, Cool Ranch or nacho cheese?
Cool Ranch for sure.
Oh,
Amen.
oh man.
There you go.
Absolutely. Riley, you are a junior at Dayton. What has it been like to play at the Division I level? A lot of kids dream of it, and you have the opportunity to play it out. How has it been?
Oh, it's a lot of fun, man. You go a lot of cool places, play against a lot of cool guys, just good competition. Sometimes you get good crowds, not always in February and at Dayton, you're not going to get a good crowd, but played a couple SEC schools. We played Vandy last year, so that was really cool. Played Georgia last year. Both of those teams get good crowds, so they had a couple thousand people there, and then Arkansas the year before. So played back-to-back years. We played national finalists, so it was pretty cool. A lot of fun, for sure.
So playing at Vandy, were those games televised then?
Yeah, I think they were on SEC Network Plus or whatever. I think that whatever they air them on down there.
So does it feel any different, like when a game is recorded versus when it's not, say, like home?
I mean, yeah. So you always know when they're recorded, I guess. But playing down there, it's you. That's really the last thing you're thinking about is playing on TV. You got guys throwing 100 miles an hour at you. That's kind of not what you're thinking about. But yeah, it's different. I mean, it's definitely something in the back of your head. But most of the time you're not really thinking about it.
You talk about all these big schools you play. What is the toughest opponent you've had to face, like individual-wise? I know we've talked Kamar Rocker, but there's some others you faced.
Yeah, I faced Emerson Hancock at Georgia, who was really good. He's projected 1 overall this year. Carmen Ledzinski at South Carolina is really good arm down there, and then faced a lot of really good pitchers out in the Cape.
Yeah, and you talk about that Cape League. The Cape Cod League is a wooden bat league over the summer, correct?
Yeah.
How was that experience for you?
Yeah, that's probably my favorite baseball experience to date. Just going out to the Cape. You hear about it. I mean, ever since I started thinking about playing college baseball or thought it was a possibility, you hear about the Cape. You hear about all the big name guys that have gone through there. So just getting the opportunity to go out there and play against that type of competition and like such a familiar spot in the baseball world was really awesome.
What is the biggest difference? I know, is there a difference at least from Division I baseball to the Cape Cod League?
I think there is, yeah. I mean, especially in in the conference I play in, we play in the Atlantic 10, it's a really good baseball conference. We get really good arms who go up to the Cape. I faced a couple A-10 guys up in the Cape this summer, so there's guys up there in our conference that make it up there. But I think the difference is you see just more of a steady dose of those guys. Every day you're facing somebody new who's the best player on their team, the top recruit in their conference, who's always been the best that they've played at the level that they played at. So it's just a little bit different. It's more of a steady dose of that type of competition.
How many Dayton guys ended up playing in the Cape with you?
One last year. There was just one other one up there last year. Cole Pletka is a right-handed pitcher from Dayton.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
And, talking about the Cape Cod League, what is the selection process, at least, to get into it?
Yeah, I think it's basically like my coach is really good about getting his players out there for summer balls, getting us into good spots. And so like the year before, he got me into the Northwoods, and I think it's just who you know. I think he knew a couple of coaches up there. Actually got a temporary contract, which is basically like a 2-week tryout or whatever you could say. But yeah, just my coach did a really good job of getting in contact with people up there, and he's from the Northeast too, so it helped out a little bit. But I think it's based on your level of play from the year before. So there's a lot that goes into it, but I mean, there's no draft to get into it or anything. It's just basically just your coach puts your name out there for you, and I think they watch you throughout the year and how you're doing, and then you think like if they think you have an opportunity to play up there, they'll give you the chance.
Now you were
Yeah.
talking about this about all the scouts that you talked with. I think it was about 25, 27. You said, what was those meetings like while you were up there?
Yeah, I had a couple meetings up there, but most of them were in the fall. So definitely all of them came from my time in the Cape, which is awesome. You know, that every day there were every team was out there just about every day. So you're playing in front of every area scout, every cross checker. You know, they all had guys out there. But the meeting process was pretty cool. Um, they would come in, you know, just ask you a bunch of questions, just about your family life, you know, where you came from, what your parents do for a living. So they really get to know you pretty well. And I think their main focus in that process in those meetings are just to see if you're a good fit for their program, and if you're a type of guy that can handle you know, the minor league lifestyle and things like that.
And there is rumors that the MLB draft could be postponed or canceled. You are eligible for the draft this upcoming year. You have a good chance of being selected, honestly. What are your thoughts hearing that it could be canceled this year?
Yeah, you know, it's a kind of a scary thing, you know, but you know, I just hope it works out. You know, just there's a lot of guys that deserve a lot of good opportunities, and you know, I think it would be unfortunate if it got canceled this year. But the way that they're talking, they're going to try to give us all our year of eligibility back. You know, we only played 15 games, so they're thinking about that, and I think that's a possibility. But you know, I think there's a lot of good players out there that are ready for it. So I think it would be unfortunate if it got canceled this year for sure.
Yeah, no, it would definitely not be a highlight for you, especially junior year. It looks like a bright
Right.
future. You know, we really have not enjoyed this self quarantine. I don't think anyone has.
No,
No.
not at all.
No, we all miss sports, I think, overall. What besides baseball, what's your favorite sport to keep up with?
College football is my second favorite sport to watch, but you know, I think the big thing right now is baseball. You know, we're in the spring, and I'm a baseball player, so I was playing. I was looking forward to watching the Cubs this year. So it's tough, but yeah, I think NBA playoffs, you know, are coming up pretty soon. So that was looking forward to that a little bit.
It stinks. Who is your favorite Cubs player?
I think right now Javier Baez for sure.
I feel like that is a
That
basic
makes
answer at
sense.
this point. The man
Yeah,
with the swagger. He's an
yeah,
excellent player for you guys.
yeah.
Where do you think? Do you think they win the division this year?
Yeah, I think if the bullpen can stay strong, you know, I think that was their downfall last year. You know, the bullpen kind of got them into some trouble and couldn't get them through games, you know, late in the season that they needed to win, and those road games that they need to win against. They needed to win it. I mean, Cardinals last year they were battling for the wild card spot, so it was tough. But yeah, I think the bullpen's their key this year because they brought back the core hitters in the lineup, you know, besides Castellanos. But I think they could do all right offensively. I mean, they didn't have a good year last year, and they were in contention. So I think the bullpen for sure.
You know, out of those teams that you talked to, is the Cubs one of them?
Yeah, I met with the Cubs. Yep.
What was that feeling like? Did the inner 8-year-old in you want to just come out and scream?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. That was cool. You know, just always being a Cubs fan, and then you're sitting in front of them talking to them about playing for them someday. So yeah, it was awesome.
That could be crazy. Riley, look, thank you so much for joining us. It has been great to talk to you, and we wish you the best of luck. If the MLB draft happens, we will be watching for your name and cheering on for you, even if you are a Red Sox. I will cheer
Yeah,
on for
man.
you. I told you that.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, no, yeah. Appreciate you guys having me on here.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Once again, that
Yeah.
is Riley Tirotta, infielder for Dayton University.